Wednesday. The first official league game between Aduana and House of Folk. A course number 1 pack. A one and day or maybe at the game no air so. And not a day Wednesday.
Yes, it would be a detail on the first one. I want to say, Mom, I come house of food.
Aquatia has.
Aquatia has.
Oh, okay. So from the first official league. Na 10 etimi ande in the draw nti we e omo meetings in the list time has ekodi nkunim e wa Aduana home grounds 2013-2014 league season
ache
nti wo hwe has every city Aduana House of Folk etimi adi nkunim empre mako mienu
okay
twice ena emu 3 etimi ande in the draw we lose 7 that's a 3 goals a concede 10 goals from a possible 12 visitor watimi aye ade akopie mu Aduana home grounds
okay
na they are one say since 2009-2010 league season term bia House of Folk ever visit Aduana no betimi the ball ato net no House of Folk will lose that game no
so okọ doma ana so be visit na Aduana ebo home no so timi the ball to Aduana net ya on lose game
nya they are House of Folk will lose that game no
nti say
weapon a House of Folk going into this game back say nani abreso o pebibia ya o enso say o the ball ebeto net it's an say data no support so we the ball eto net nya de ya olusu the west say game no bend in the draw and Aduana nso so pebibia ya they need to look at this data so be prevent House of Folk from scoring na ohwe Aduana currently omu gina omu nine support over House of Folk it's an so omu ye unbeaten the last 7 encounters Aduana lose to House of Folk both for and away the last 7 meetings no nyade ya Aduana etimi alusu to Accra House of Folk wa win 5 a draw 2 as a 7 goals a concede a goal meaning no final average or set a goal per game from 7 games 7
Dr. Ike so ma me na fe yen ko na yenwene feed no hom na yen fa prematch no na fe yen samra na yen meto aso
game against one of the big clubs. This is the part of the season where every scrap is worth battling for. Of course, the points left are as important as everything in football. This happens to be another big game between Aduana Stars and Accra House of Folk. What a game this is, of course, going to be. And we will be taking into the game with the coaches to see how the game is going to be. Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon, my friend.
Coach, this is also another game against one of the big clubs in the country. You've been here before. You know the terrain and also how these games go. What do you expect from your players this afternoon? Is it going to be as usual what they give, or they will have to give more than that?
Yes, welcome from House of Folk from our pitch. I know the House of Folk normal. I am long time here in Ghana. It's one the club big more supporter. If fighting every season from the champion. Our team respect the opponent. Is go inside from the game. I talking respect the opponent and try the best from this game, from not lose the game, from win the game about long time now, 2 months. Our team not lose here in the pitch and like continue also today.
Coach, let's talk about the consistency of your team. How consistent they can be. Win a game today, win the next week, win the next week. How are you working to get that? Because it seems that is what you're lacking so far.
This is the problem about if you don't have the experienced player and you have the young player and not play in the Premier League before. Normal is this situation, no have the consistent. Sometimes also in the game he play very well, 20 minutes and 10 minutes is go down about the experience. In the game the same, is focus 2 game, 3 game and after another go down about this is the problem. Our club, our player no have experienced player. Some player is young, some player play in first division, and this is the situation. Need time from accommodation to the Premier League, and understand that the Premier League is very, very hard. You have opponent very good player, and need concentration from the first minute to 90 minutes in the game.
Coach, this is against one of the best clubs, just like we mentioned, a club with a big fan base. You played against Vision here and you won the game by 1-0. What do you expect from your players this afternoon?
No, you see, our philosophy is the clear, good organization, compact team, not give chance from the opponent, the space. Need if today go and respect our tactic, our philosophy, he come have chance from have the good result. If the player again is go and not constant and forget what is working this today, I think is the problem. But I go back happy after this game. Go back happy after this game. Me personally, I am the coach from Aduana Star, and I am try the best today from no lose the game.
Coach, you went to an away game and you lost by 2-0. How important do you think the fans here today will be, the 12th man behind your team, to make you win the game?
You see all the coach now in the Premier League talking what I talking me now. It's very difficult the game about I play Sunday and I have only 2 day recovery from the player. The game from Karela is far away. I come back here night. Monday only one training from recovery. Tuesday little tactic and today from the play. It's not enough in the football. Only 2 day from recovery the player. Today I try 3 or 4 player who no play last game go inside from help them and have the power. Please, me personally, I trust my team today no lose the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.
That was Coach Chioba Aristika, the head coach for Aduana Stars. He believes he did not have enough rest from that game against Karela United when they played. But we're hoping to see a good, and a different Aduana Stars team against Accra Hearts of Oak this afternoon. They lost that game by 2-0, and they would expect to have a different result here this afternoon. It's been a few months since they lost a single game at home. That is Aduana Stars Football Club, and they will hope to continue that run with Accra Hearts of Oak. Don't forget, Hearts of Oak also drew 1-1 to Vision FC. That was proud to this particular encounter, and so let's hope that this will give us one of the best games that we've witnessed so far this particular season. Like I said before, every scrap is worth battling for. Teams are gradually, cementing their positions. Some of them wanting to get into the top 4, some of them wanting to win the league, others wanting to avoid relegation and also going deep down into the lower tier. So that is the most important thing at this stretch of the season. And don't forget, this is match day 22, the outstanding game, and that is why it is going to be played this afternoon here in Doma. And I'll shortly be joined by the head coach of Accra Hearts of Oak, Coach Abubakar Ouattara, for us to go into the game and see how things are going to go. Actually, his side drew 1-1 to Vision, and this time they are going to come here, and then let's see how the game is of course going to go. It's going to be an interesting game, and then we wish and we hope that things go well. Coach Abubakar Ouattara is here with me. Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon.
Coach, your team is one of the best sides when it comes to traveling to away games. What do you expect from this game today?
Oh, we're expecting the maximum point. We're expecting if we can get the maximum point. That's the way I wish. Today we come there to play. We know Aduana have a good side, a good team. We play well. And the first one we beat us. And we are home ground, no problem. Today we are here, so maybe we come for another things.
Coach, managing a big team like Accra Hearts of Oak, your previous game did not actually go well. How do you always manage to get the players back together and then motivate them for a big game like the results didn't go well in the previous game?
Well, you are right. Hearts of Oak is a one very big team, and when you are leading that team, you must get a good psychology to talk with the players, to motivate them, to let them understand Hearts of Oak is big. When it's big, you will need more talent, more focus, and more determination, more heart.
see we a premier discussion on say coaches needing come coach friends Sheba Ristika for Aduana Stars and Afame Abubakar Watara for House of Folk Mudim Komo na obi a the game no obetimi aye omunti for message ni bra emrepa mekan ediamo amen kodokta e kona fi yenhwe na efa akranka ho na yenhwe na yenyo ne feed na ye enjoy first half no dr mame samra na fe yensa ni nkomo na ogusa wo chechire mu so fa hefa ne yedu na fe yenhwe ne nto aso
Osman sani we akoye Monday 22 fixture since 2009-2010 next season.
Okay.
So Aduana nya se go on Monday 22 e woni fia on lose.
So obo
No nya the ball eto net.
abra obo fia.
Yeah, enya de lose.
In the west you draw.
Sani we akoye Monday e 22. That is the reason why you make emphasis on it. And so far 6 home games on Monday 22 watimi awe ne for draw 1 e lose 1 as 6 goals a concede 3 goals.
Okay.
Meaning or set a goal per game. We find the average. About House of Folk since 1999. Etimi are in 4 games, I draw 3, I lose 3, as a 10 goals, I concede 8 on Monday 22 away games.
Okay.
Now, you share in terms of the month of April. Now you had the match date ending Komo Elho. Now, had the match data. Tima a friend Aduana FC. Atifie 80 abo eba in terms of say obo on the match data saying na modern mono 80 echo Aduana ye unbeaten on 16th of April since 2009 Aduana lose game on 16th of April that
Say yeah bona date no 16th April na Aduana
lose a game on 16th of April wabo 2 games ba akoko 16th of April 2014 Heart of Lions say 1 Aduana say 1 there no Monday 25 of 2013-2014 league season. On 16th of April 2017 Aduana say another team based in Greater Accra region Tema Youth 3-0 there Monday 12 of 2017 league season and a nay auto nensa e dey afre Accra House of Folk on 16th of April 2025 outcome no saying and akoye but one thing na clear and say Aduana have scored in each of the previous games wabo on 16th of April. So expect Aduana so the ball better net and when you say go nso so Monday 22 on lose that is the date they cry Aduana about in terms of say House of Folk on 16th of April the last 4 games no nyina no see on 16th of April House of Folk etimi lose once and enu achi wabon ho emodin a wawin 2 a draw 1 as 6 goals a consider 3 goals the last 4 games House of Folk about on 16th of April no say next year watimi awin 2 one draw 1 lose 1 as 6 goals a consider 3 goals the month of April ankasa House of Folk Aduana the month of meetings but we when and team House of Folk meetings when it comes to the month of April now Aduana at the meetings since 2009 month of April meetings but House of Folk in Lusu 3 meetings so far and over to my friend Accra House of Folk we 3 nyina and Aduana etimi I lose 1 3 times has a win 3 nyina upper hand when the fire says so munkushia and that year the April and the last Wednesday counter between these two teams equals 16th of December 2020 there no Monday 1 of the 2020-21 league season Aduana say Accra House of Folk come you know when Timi ante through Yaya Mohammed on the 43rd minute and Enuechi Prince Aqua and so Enya go on the 47th minute coincidentally na a day game no a outstanding game the last Wednesday meeting between these two teams Aduana share kabi you know na a outstanding league game and then so Wednesday
the last time we see here na outstanding game
na outstanding Wednesday Aduana say 2-0 and then so omumi enu san akohia Wednesday a sounds so outstanding league game and over the niamidi nkomofa is the only outstanding fixture omumi enu asia so we about the second time a outstanding game House of Folk Aduana etimi asia akan but would near Kura has or they could game we ma the biggest weapon say Aduana since a team of friend Kara United by league say Aduana nya visiting on home grounds from 2020-21 league season Aduana next fixture or winning be that
since a Carola by league se Aduana ko Karala ho no ne kokobɔ league game a Aduana next game no
or winning bi da baako ekɔ in the 2020-21 league season Madi 17 Kaira share Aduana next game no ɔkɔ away ɔne house folk out na eboy and a cowboy 2 goals and a half as a go Aduana atenam ɔne Kaira at the kopem so Madi one of the 2021-2022 Aduana next game ɔtena dɔma Kim Faisa ekɔ share 3-1 and wechi ukopiem 2022-2023 Kaira share Aduana 1-0 on Madi 13 Aduana next game or we coming Accra Lions game and day 1-1 of Madi 14 of that same season and Aduana on Madi 11 of the 2023-2024 on Kaira United at the Copem so Kaira share 2-1 Aduana next game or transfer Accra Lions ever share 1-0 when Timmy Ante so say Aduana akobo Kaira will lose 2-0 the next game or we coming Accra House of Folk
and the last two so kind of Accra base
teams.
Okay.
Nti we and the biggest weapon Accra House of Folk or they copy more doma. But so mummy sia Monday 22 bia one go ni PM.
20 Monday 22.
Monday 22. Aduana House of Folk fixtures on Monday 22 one go ni PM. Obi obese one go no bia nso di nkunim.
Okay. Enti prediction ma yenkwe na.
Home win. Aduana be di nkunim 1-0 over Accra House of Folk.
Okay. Matse, me da se pa. Dr. Aitrim said Aduana be di nkunim 1-0.
Hasselhoff with 4 away wins, chasing the likes of Nations FC, who are the top performers as travelers. So take away Nations. The next thing you mentioned is Hasselhoff, so they are coming in, counting on their away form against the Aduana Stars, a venue that they struggle to win games.
Alex Boache. Free kick to Aduana Stars. In the early stages of the game, it has been so physical.
Kelvin Obin suffered an injury against Carrella, but he's able to bounce back. And look at how he's trying to contest the physical balls. He should try to balance everything to cater for his health.
Oh, Hasselhoff living dangerously here. Can this be the first goal? Great opportunity for Aduana Stars. What a chance, Calvin Obin. This should have been the goal for Aduana Stars to unsettle the Phobians.
Of course, it was so close, especially inside the box. The defenders of Hasselhoff were just watching the action from Calvin Obin, but he placed it wide. This should have been the first goal for Aduana Stars.
Playing against Hasselhoff, you need to be on top form. Emmanuel Amankwa for Hasselhoff. Now, Asamoah Boateng on the chase. Asamoah Boateng has not lived up to expectation. Hasselhoff signed him from Nations FC. He was a goal poacher for Nations FC, but he has not been able to replicate that form for the Phobia boys.
Of course, he's having a lot of things to prove, to convince Hasselhoff fans, because the level of expectation as compared to what he's offering is below belt. And he's yet to hit the ground running for Accra Hasselhoff. Also, Seth Osei yet to make a massive impact alongside Hussein in midfield, connecting the lines from the midfield to attack. We're seeing different things as compared to the quality they are known for.
Two of the new signings of Hasselhoff have started today for the Phobia boys. Of course, Seth Osei and Kwesi Asma. Asma was signed from Nagod FC, the Division 1 side. He's a solid member in the midfield of Hasselhoff. Now here is Emmanuel Amankwa defending for the Phobians. Siedusana, Kelvin Osiasibe there for Hasselhoff.
Leventios Atta, forward thinking. Fullback was trying to exploit that movement from Emmanuel Amankwa, but it was safely guided. But Hasselhoff, their defense is yet to settle. You could see them struggling to come together and play as a unit, and that is the problem. Aduana starts trying to create some early chances in the game, but scrappy up front. They must be sharp.
Leventios Atta would like to prove a point against his former side. A forward-thinking fullback, Rich Saki. Alex Boache for Aduana Stars. Alex Boache, Kodwa Mwakon to his goalkeeper. Aduana Stars dictating the pace of the game. Good football from Aduana Stars. Surging forward. Leventio Sata puts in that cross. Easy for Benjamin Asare.
Of course, Hasselhoek should deal with the wide areas, especially the left side of attack for Aduana Stars, because Leventio Sata is adding a lot of vibe in attack. And crossing the ball often, they have Calvin Obin who's having the height to dominate as compared to Osasibe and Konadu Yado.
The defensive partnership of Osasibe and Konadu Yadom has been a consistent one whenever Abubakar Ouattara selection for his side.
That game against Baseke Holy Stars, Konadu was given the nod and he proved excellently, and now he managed to spot that headlines, always starting alongside OCSB. Jimono Mafo with 5 goals, chasing the likes of Steven Mankuna and Faisal Chawati. But he must score about 5 or 6 to be able to level or surpass the top scorer so far.
Out of the 5 goals Emmanuel Mafo have scored for Aduana Stars, 1 came at the home grounds of Nations FC, and that was a winning goal for Aduana Stars. Beating Nation FC at home is something that is difficult this season, but Aduana Stars did that through Emmanuel Mafo's goal.
Hasselhoek have scored 2 goals in their last 5 games, showing that they are lacking goals up front. The likes of Hamza Issa, who is being sidelined due to injury.
Ransford Mensah with the throw. Kujamuakon hits a long one. Konadu Yadom. A flick from Hussein to Asamoah Boateng. Here comes Hasselhoek. Ransford Mensah. Corner kick to Hasselhoek.
"22 goals scored, 15 conceded for the Phobia boys. It shows how they struggle to score goals up front. And the goal distribution is too low for the Phobia boys.
Hasselhoek was expecting a better delivery, but Percy Smith's corner was a very poor one. Siedu Dana. Ntiamwa Prince Okoto, center referee, making sure Emmanuel Mafo is okay.
Having the likes of Moli Wayu and the Florence, who can also play as a false 9. And with 2 creative players, Hussein alongside Setose, Hasselhoek should up their creativity level to feed the likes of Asamoah Boateng up front. And the pressing scheme is not that tight because Asamoah is always the lone man pressing the 3 center backs of Aduana Stars, which is difficult to prevent them from building easily from the back. Paves way for the likes of Leventio's attack to search forward the more. And this had a lot of troubles to Hasselhoek defense.
Alex Boache, good control. Richard Tete against Kwesi Asma. Words of caution from the referee to both players. Alex watching for Aduana Stars. A long one into the box of the Phobians. Good header away by Osiasibe. And here comes Setosei. Mauli Wayo. Long one. That delivery from Mauli Wayo didn't reach the intended target. And you can see how frustrated he is with himself.
Mauli Wayo is having a game to play against Leventus attack. He's been solid figure. He's been consistent ever since that January move to Aduana Stars.
Emmanuel Mafu for Aduana Stars. This is Atta. Raymond. Kasi Asma tackles. Loses possession back to Atta. Good play from Aduana Stars. Can he shoot from that range? A good block from Kelvin Osiasibe. Still, the Phobians in control. Asamoah Boateng with that beautiful control. Setosei loses possession. Alex Boache. Free kick to Sam Adams. Aduana Stars making life difficult for the Phobia boys this afternoon. Good header by Kunadu Yadom. Kwesi Asma failed to control, and that is a great shot. Cross the face of the goal. Seydou Sana, that would have been an audacious strike. Good pressure from Aduana Stars.
Seydou Sana got a very perfect advantage. But again, you question the positioning, the connection, the compactness from Hasselhoff defense, allowing the opponent to enjoy play within their own half. And it's a problem.
It was a good control from Kwesi Asma. He saw Masaudi Inusa off his line and decided to shoot from that range. The direction was a poor one.
Masaudi Inusa, one of the consistent figure for the home side.
This was the shot from Seydou Sana. Benjamin Asari guided that one. Now here comes Aduana Stars. Good defensive work by Osiasibe. Timely intervention. It was very dangerous for Hearts of Oak.
Osiasibe has really mastered that craft. But it didn't work out against Kotoko. He messed up from that same kind of clearance. And he was advised many times to always stay to the ground at his feet to make clearance. But this one was timely and at the right time. Precisely, he cleared the ball out.
Leventus Sata with a cross. That nearly resulted in an own goal. Hearts of Oak living dangerously here. You can look at the frustration of Abubakar Ouattara. Kwesi Asma nearly putting the ball at the back of his net. Good pressure from Aduana Stars. Can this be the goal? Save. Gave the opportunity to Aduana Stars. Sam Adams. Adams header off the bar. Aduana Stars on top form at the moment.
Aduana putting a very good pressure on. And Hasselhoff are collapsing in defense. They nearly scored an own goal and they allowed a very massive chance just to the miss of Benjamin Asare.
Benjamin Asare has been called to action. He wasn't able to deal with the first attempt. Gave the opportunity to Sam Adams. Sam Adams failed to score from that range. Look at see if Benjamin Asare have some issues. This is the leadership qualities of the Black Stars goalkeeper.
Of course, defense is disjointed, and they must find a way to stay compact. They are leaving a lot of spaces for the Stars to exploit. But Aduana are just not sharp enough in attack. Their last 5 meetings, Aduana Stars won 4. They drew only 1. Hasselhoff in their last 5 meetings failed to score a goal against Aduana Stars. So it tells you they struggle to score whenever they are facing Aduana Stars, regardless of the venue.
Kwesi Asma alongside Theophilus Kolisin in the heart of midfield for Hearts of Oak. Hearts of Oak absorbing all the pressure from Aduana Stars in the early stages of the first half. Instructions from Abubakar Ouattara. Opportunity for Aduana Stars. What a miss from Emmanuel Mafo.
You can't be missing such chances, especially against a big team like Hasselhoff. Don't forget, football has a way of turning your advantageous side against you, and big chances for Aduana Stars, but they're just wasteful up front. If it turns against them, I believe Hasselhoff are going to score. A massive miss initially from Calvin Obin, Sana miss, and also Sam Adams also missed from that perspective, and a glorious one for Emmanuel Mafo, and also blew that away.
Great opportunities dropping to Aduana Stars. They are failing to locate the back of the net. Their fans are ready to cheer. Now here comes Setosei for Hearts of Oak. Drops to Mauli Wayo. Wayo puts in that cross. Kodjamwako with a header for Aduana Stars. Aduana Stars in possession. Raymond, good turn. Siedu Sana. Now this is Atta. Sana Siedu to Liventios Atta. He's been tracked back by Mauli Wayo. But once again, Kevin Osiasibe
taking responsibilities at the back line, and it's helping us to focus a lot. But once again, Leventios Atta trying to prove something against his former team.
Kevin Osiasibe, very good defender for Hearts of Oak. Now here comes Aduana Stars. Kodjamwako puts in the cross. Leventios Atta. free kick to Aduana Stars.
Akwasi Asma alongside Theophilus Collison are not giving that shield. Hasselhoff needed. They are allowing the likes of Sana to have advantageous positioning, and it is really causing a lot of troubles. This free kick is deadly, and if well taken, it can cause a lot of troubles for Phobia.
Hasselhoff have a free kick to defend. Seydou Sana with a good turn, but Kwesi Asma prevented him and resulted into that free kick.
This is so precious for Aduana Stars. And their best free kick takers now league.
Emmanuel Mafo straight to the wall. Richard Tete. It was an audacious strike. Richard Tete.
Hasselhoff are not looking good in defense, but also Aduana Stars are not trying to capitalize on the mistakes they are committing. And I'm sure Haas are definitely going to pick into this game. And it's definitely going to be a different ball game together. Because as you speak, Hasselhoff are struggling to stay to their grounds and play the kind of football they are known for.
Since 2009-2010 season, anytime Hasselhoff score against Aduana Stars here, they do not lose the game. So Aduana Stars should be wary and not squander all the chances. Yes, Kodwa Mwako. A good pass from Kodwa Mwako. Look at Sam Adams. Runford Mensah with a tackle. Chioba Aristika applauding Sam Adams.
Kodwa Mwako is enjoying from his experience. Former Ash Gold player, Midyama. And you can see the presence, especially when he's surging forward.
Kodwa Mwako with the delivery. Kunadu Yadom with the header. Once again, Mwako. A great shot. Whatever Aduana Stars are doing at the moment pleases the bench. Seydou Sana, what a player, tormenting Hasselhoff in the first half.
Seydou Sana is playing very well, but he should time and always try to choose his angles very well, because a lot of chances fall into his way, but he's not making very good use of those moments.
The attackers of Hasselhoff have made the defense of Aduana Stars free. Now here comes Seydou Sana. Goalkeeping. Benjamin Asare read the direction of Seydou Sana and it was easy for the captain of Hasselhoff. Asamoah Boateng Afriyie has been a frustrated figure up front for Hasselhoff. That connection from Setosei, Mauli Wayo, not getting to Asamoah Boateng Afriyie.
And the funny thing is that he's been playing as a second fiddle to Hamza Issa. But even when Hamza is not present, instead of him stealing the show to mark a certain consistency. Asamoah Boateng is not giving that.
Here comes Ransford Mensah. Ransford Mensah trying his luck from long range. The last time Hearts of Oak won over Aduana Stars in the Ghana Premier League was 4th April 2021 in match day 18 in the 2020-2021 season. Hearts of Oak won by 2 goals, courtesy Victor Edu. That was a 30th minute penalty, and Hafiz Adams scored a 90th minute on goal. Here comes Leventio Sata. He's so spirited this afternoon playing against his former side. Korea Mwakon to Sam Adams. Ransford Adams. Ransford Mensah. Here comes Hussein.
Hussein Adams. It's not friend the creativity needed.
Ransford Mensah receiving treatments at the moment. The active fans of the Oja boys, Aduana Stars, in high spirits here. Their team is commanding everything on the pitch, as against Hearts of Oak, who are yet to find their rhythm in this game.
Of course, the fans cheering the home team up. And you could see Hearts of Oak struggling to play convincingly. Individual players are not showing up enough for Hearts of Oak. The creativity from Seth Osei alongside Hussein Mohammed lacking. Theophilus Collison alongside Kwesi Asma are not giving that protective shield Hearts of Oak needed.
Now here's Seth Osei to Asamoah Boateng, a free kick to Hearts of Oak. Aduana Stars have played 54 home games against teams based in the Greater Accra region. In the Ghana Premier League since 2009-2010 season, they've won 35 of them, drawn 14, and lost 5. Here's Hearts of Oak. It was a dangerous one for Aduana Stars, but they managed to deal with it.
At this point, that pressure is turning in favor of Hearts of Oak. But both teams are not just sharp in attack.
You can see Yaya Mohammed, former player of Aduana Stars, here this afternoon giving maximum support for his former side.
Of course, legend of the game, Yahya Mohammed. So deadly as a striker. Masoudi Nosai kept a clean sheet against Vision but he considered 2 goals against Karela United, which is not so good for him.
Now Kelvin Obin for Aduana Stars. This is Sam Adams. Can this be the goal? Great goal from Sam Adams. What a goal! Aduana Stars are up against Hearts of Oak here in Doma. Just look at the celebration of Sam Adams. You can understand the happiness of the fans here. Aduana Stars have been playing all the beautiful football, doing the attacking game. And they've already gotten a goal here through Sam Adams. What a strike.
Of course, Hearts of Oak are not just tight in defense, allowing dangerous balls into their own half, allowing the Aduana Stars to have massive of the ball control in their own half. And no wonder it has resulted in the first goal. Aduana should have been leading by 2-3 goals as of now. But they are not just sharp in attack, but this moment from Sam Adams, massive from such an experienced player. He's playing his 7th season for Aduana Stars, and he knows the tape very well. He knows the big teams, and he knows how to play against them. No wonder he scored the opener.
The cheer from the fans when Sam Adams strike was so massive. Ecstasy moment activated here in Doma. Aduana Stars are up by a goal against Hearts of Oak through Sam Adams. Great strike by all standard.
And based on this evidence, just watch the space and the power from the left foot. It was massive. Benjamin Asare could not offer any adjustment to save this ball. And experience really matters. And Sam Adams just snatched that goal from experience. And Watara cannot believe that.
Hearts of Oak have been poor so far in this game. Credit to Aduana Stars. The goal is a reflection of their entire performance so far in the game. Attacking Hearts of Oak, creating all the chances. And they've been rewarded through Sam Adams.
Hearts are not just playing really good this afternoon. And no department is working for them effectively. The attack, sloppy, the midfield, not that consistent. Lacking creativity despite having 2 creative players up front. The defense playing without understanding, playing without connection, leaving a lot of dangerous balls in their own half. No wonder they are being punished. And just like I said, their last 5 meetings prior to this game, 5 goals all in favor of Aduana Stars. And they've only drew 1, they won 4. So it tells you, taking the lead, Hearts of Oak are having a very big mountain to climb.
Aduana Stars on record have lost just 21 out of 200 home games in the Ghana Premier League since joining the league in 2009-2010 season. Hearts of Oak, Legon Cities, formerly known as Wild Stars, Bekum Arsenal, Bechem United, Asante Kotoko, and FC Samatex are the only 6 clubs to have won twice at Aduana Stars home. Hearts of Oak have not done that. They are down by a goal here so far. Chuba Aristika is a happy man. The side are leading the Phobians. Theophilus Kalisin was trying to locate Mauli Wayo, throw in for Hearts of Oak.
Hearts of Oak concede 0.54 goal per game, and it is evident that they struggle to always keep their backline tight to prevent the opponent from scoring.
Emmanuel Amankwa runs forward with a header. Osei Bay for Hatsafok. Set Osei. Here comes Osei. Puts in the pass for Mauliwayo. Good defensive shield from Alex Boache. Aduana Stars looks solid at the back. Decisive one going forward. Creative from the midfield. And of course, you know, W.O. Tanda. This was the goal. Sam Adams, good control with the chest. And a left-footed strike. What a goal.
That is brilliant. When you allow the opponent chances within your own half, this is what you get. And Hasselhoff are not just defending as a unit, not taking responsibilities for the top guys of Aduana Stars in their own half.
Calvin Obeng for Aduana Stars. Still Calvin Obeng. Can this be the second? Hasselhoff deal with it defensively. Aduana Stars up by a goal, and they have a corner here. Hasselhoff needs to defend this corner. Kodwa Mwako tags for the corner kicks for Aduana Stars. Delivery from Kodwa Mwako. Header. Benjamin Asari failed to control the ball. Quickly, Hasselhoff on the move. Rantford Mensah sends a long one. Mauli Wayo flagged offside.
Hasselhoff are playing as if nothing is at stake. To relax. You can't see that agency. You can't see that sense of purpose. Allowing Aduana Stars to dominate every moment. No connection attack for Hasselhoff. No aggression. No shield in midfield. And the creative players are not giving their best. Also struggling in defense. Allowing the Aduana Stars to have control within the dangerous zones of Hasselhoff area.
Kodwa Mwako, the goal scorer, Sam Adams. Good control by Emmanuel Amankwa for Hasselhoff. Samuel Boateng holds the ball up high. Set Osei. Back to Osei. Osei was trying to locate Wayo, but Aduana Stars deal with it in a good way. Hasselhoff regain possession. Set Osei. Hasselhoff lacking that cutting edge up front. Theophilus Kalisin. Kasi Asma not supporting Samuel Boateng. Hussein not giving that incisive passes to Mauli Wayo, Samuel Boateng to do the work for Hasselhoff. They are down by a goal.
In their last game against Vision, Hasselhoff considered around the 46 minutes. And looking at the Aduana Stars, in their last game against Karela, they conceded around the 13th and the 55th minute. But this time around, they are managing every moment to keep Hasselhoff attack. And a very poor run.
Sam Adams. Kevin Obing and Sam Adams troubling the defense of Hasselhoff.
I think Sam Adams should always time his crosses because most of the balls are not always having a target, and he should improve.
Hasselhoff comes forward to Kunadi Adam, a slip from Samuel Boateng.
Samuel Boateng is just losing it within the phobia colors. He was the marquee, the prima donna for Nations FC. And in recent times between Kotoko and Hasselhoff, the team that loves the movements, especially going for attackers, strikers precisely, it's Hasselhoff because, well, let me say Kotoko because looking at Mbella, talk about Steve Desemukwala, and Kompoko is back banging the goals, but Hasselhoff are just struggling to get their strikers in the scoring form. Looking at the Free Boateng, Cobra Boateng, all are yet to hit the standard for Hasselhoff.
Asamoah Boateng. Setosei. Hussein switches play, trying to locate Kasi Asma. I was too high. When it comes to 16th April, Aduana Stars are unbeaten in their previous games, played on 16th April. In the Ghana Premier League since 2009-2010 season, they've won one, drawn one. 16th April 2014, it was a 1-0 draw against Hearts of Lions. Aduana Stars won 3-0 over Tema Youth, and that was match day 12. Today is 16th April 2025. They are up against the Phobians. Setosei with the control. Emmanuel Amankwa. Hasselhoff gets the corner.
Just watch Free Boateng failing to contest the balls within the half of Aduana Stars. And every striker, no matter your position, you must be able to have that edge to contest every ball sent in, especially when your team is in the attacking transition.
Ransford Mensah behind the corner for Hasselhoff. Will this be the equalizing goal for the Phobians? A left-footed delivery from Ransford. Kunadi Adam gets his head to the ball. Still danger for Aduana Stars. Aduana gets the free kick to the surprise of Ouattara Abubakar.
In terms of tactical structure, you can see anything revealing for Hasselhoff.
2 more minutes to play as additional time in the first half. Beautiful game so far, separated by a thunderbolt of a strike from Sam Adams. Aduana Stars leading by 1-0 And the goal has complemented their effort this afternoon. It has been fireworks from the home side.
Let's talk about Setose, Vincent. He's supposed to be, or he was assumed to be the difference maker. But he's here to make a certain mark for Hasselhoff. What is really happening?
Don't you think rustiness on the side of Setose is causing his lackluster performance for Hasselhoff? Lack of game time, match fitness. Setose is that dribbling wizard, creative monster, making sure the attackers get those incisive passes to score for Hasselhoff. But we've not seen that from Setose this afternoon.
He must up his game for Hasselhoff because they're expecting a lot from him.
Ransford Mensah for Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff have a corner kick. Kwesi Asma came on as a substitute against Masaki Holy Stars. That was his debut. He was solid for Hasselhoff. This afternoon we've not seen much from Kwesi Asma in the midfield alongside Theophilus Colisin.
You know, the likes of Rafael Ponsan couldn't show that consistency. So Theophilus Colisin just came in and he's playing consistently. No wonder Kwesi Asma is playing very well.
Of course, that is it for the first half in Doma. Aduana Stars leading Hasselhoff by a goal to nil. This man has a lot of work to do in the second half. Fantastic strike by Sam Adams has given Aduana Stars the lead here. Great football by the home side. Hasselhoff have been by far the second team in this game. Aduana Stars played everything and they've gotten a goal to complement their performance in the first half. Would we see that performance from Aduana Stars, or it is going to be a comeback from Ubaka Watara's boys against this man's boys, Choba Aristika? First half here, 1-0 to Aduana Stars. A wonderful game in the first half for Aduana Stars. They got a goal to reward it all. They are back with full confidence in the second half. Hearts of Oak have a mountain to climb in this second half. They've been below average in the first half. It was a wonderful strike from Sam Adams, beating Benjamin Asari. A spirited performance from Aduana Stars. Abubakar Ouattara might have spoken a lot to Hearts of Oak at the break, especially Maoli Wayo Setosei to be effective up front. Samuel Boateng Friye has not been that as Samuel Boateng Friye we knew at Nations FC. He has been substituted. Samuel Boateng Friye out for Kwabena Boateng. Yaya Draman coming on for Ransford Mensah. 2 changes after the first half for Abubakar Ouattara.
Kwabena Boateng last season for Legon City, he scored 6 goals in 28 matches by serving just a goal for the Phobia boys, and that is uncalled for. But the changes was necessary because Afre Boateng was not offering anything up front, and they need a striker who can bring the agency. Hasselhoff, just like I mentioned before, prior to this game, their last 5 meetings, they could not score a single goal against Aduana Stars, and maybe history is repeating itself. They've just scored only one in their last 5 games.
So early in the second half, Aduana Stars have a free kick. Kwadwo Asamoah behind the ball for Aduana Stars. Puts in a long one. Kevin Osiasibe with a header. Still Aduana Stars attacking Hearts of Oak. Can this be the second goal? This is the second goal! This is the second goal for Aduana Stars. But it has been ruled out for offside. Sam Adams. What a goal that would have been. Hearts of Oak are lucky here that this man is on top form this afternoon. He has been caught offside.
Hearts of Oak, just like we said, they are just lucky. It's a caution. They must keep their defense tight. Allow a lot of movement against them. It's a trouble. And Sam Adams just cooking, hoping to get a second goal. That was a classical goal, but unfortunately, offside.
What a start that would have been for Aduana Stars. Hearts of Oak coming into this second half. Looking to get an early equalizer. This would have unsettled the Phobia boys once and for all. Great call from the referee.
Hearts of Oak are just below standard this afternoon. Not playing so very well. Key players not stepping up. They are just average. And the likes of Leventus Atta trying to prove a point against his former team.
Leventus Atta has been a threat at the left side for Aduana Stars. Joining attack, putting in the crosses. Coming up, Wharton for Hatsafok. To Emmanuel Amankwa. Asma loses possession. Kasi Asma not living up to expectation this afternoon. Free kick to Aduana Stars. Alex, watch it. Emmanuel Amankwa throw into Aduana Stars.
Aduana have lost only one game in their last 5 home games, and that was against Samatics. It was 1-0. They won by a goal against Bechem United. And Calvin Obi scored that 2 goals against Bibeni Gold Stars. They won convincingly. It was 2-2 against Young Apostles. And they won against Vision by 1-0. So their last 5 home games, 3 wins. They drew 1, they lost 1. They've scored 6 goals. They've conceded 3, but they've kept 3 clean sheets in their last 5 home games. And another clean sheet looming based on how Asifok are playing. No threat up front.
Yellow card for Theophilus Colisin. Here comes Ransford. Richard Tete. Timely intervention by Yaya Draman. That would have been the second goal for Aduana Stars.
Yaya Draman, he started the season very well. But after that game against Young Apostles in Winchi, he won the MVP, but since then he's been consistent.
Alex Boache with that strike. Pressure mounted on Hatsafok. Kunadu Yadom. Kasi Asma. Asma to Kunadu. Here comes Ransford for Aduana Stars. Raymond Ajman. A good strike. Calvin Obi knows he should have done better with that one.
Calvin Obi. 4 goals to his name this season. And his best of game was against Bibeni Gold Stars at Funhoe. He scored 2 goals. His upper body strength, his other play, excellent, but sharpness is an issue. He joined from local Chelsea. He's playing his 3rd to the 4th season for Aduana Stars.
Calvin Obey, Emmanuel Mafo, Sam Adams. Good work from Hatsafok. Here comes Yaya Adraman. Good intervention. Setosei. Kasi Asma. From Hatsafok.
their best. The midfield is not supporting. And now the centre backs are trying to steal the show. Don't forget their last game against Vision. It was the centre back who scored the only goal, which was eventually equalized. And that was Calvin Osiasibi. The strikers are struggling to score even against Midiama. A midfielder to steal the show.
Now here comes Emmanuel Mafo. Raymond Ajuman. Good play from Aduana. Into the waiting arms of Benjamin Asare.
You know, you can have the best of and the backline is not protecting the goalkeeper. He's definitely going to concede goals. And that is what we are witnessing here. Very good goalkeeper for Hasufo, but the defense not catering for a lot of dangerous shooting opportunities. Partial figures. The likes of Seth Osei. Talk about Hussein Mohammed. Maulu, the top scorer with 5 goals. A partial figure for and Kobra Boateng yet to announce his presence. 17 games, 2 goals against Mediaman and against Breaking Chelsea. Kobra Boateng.
Hasselhoff needs bite up front. They've taken off Asamoah Boateng Afriyie and replaced him with Kwamwa Kwabena Boateng. So Boateng out, Boateng in. Can that help Hasselhoff?
The partnership between Alex Boache and Rich Saki is just interesting. Keeping every moment safe for Aduana Stars. Emmanuel Mafo yet to announce his presence. Also, Calvin Obin looking scrappy. But Hasselhoff are just below average.
Gradually, Hasselhoff coming into the game. Yaya Adraman. Theophilus Collison. Theophilus lacking options. Osiasibe with the pass. Can this be a goal? Kwabena Boateng with a follow-up. But nothing to worry, Masawudu Inisa. Masawudu Inisa. Very good goalkeeper. Could not do Yadom with that defensive work for Hatsafo.
Apart from conceding early goals, Hasselhoff, they struggle to also protect their lead. Apart from that game against Midema, where they scored the first goal and protected it against Vision. Around the 38th minute, they scored, but they conceded around the 46th minute.
Some words of caution for the ball boys here. Osiasibe for Hatsafok. Defended by Aduana Stars. Sam Adams. Good football by Aduana Stars. A pass to Sam Adams. Sam Adams have been the tormentor of defense this afternoon. The only difference of the game. Left-footed strike in the first half. Scored another one so early in the second half. Unfortunately, it was ruled out for offside. Benjamin Asari. Has been a busy man this afternoon for Hearts of Oak. Jenna Stars firing from all cylinders. Good football from Aduana Stars. Hearts of Oak lacking that bite up front.
Hardly used to play scoring hat-trick in our league, but last season Sam Adams scored 3 goals against Real Tamale United. And this season, Stephen Amankuna also scored 3 goals against Accra Lions. It was interesting. And this afternoon, Sam Adams has been a tormentor. He shows maturity, a big game player. And no wonder he's the most experienced player within the squad as we see it. He's playing his 7th season, consistently 7 good years for Aduana Stars. He played alongside Yaya Mohammed, Hafiz Adams, Joseph Ado, etc. And he's improving.
The race for the league title is heating up. Hearts of Oak losing here. Accra Lions up by 2 goals against Kotoko. Bibiani Gold Stars up by a goal. Against Bechem United in Bechem. The title race is heating up. Bibiani Gold Stars will move to 50 points. If the result stays this way, Kotoko will remain at 47 points, 3 points difference.
Interesting. Yaya Draman.
Good opportunity for Kunadu Yadom to make it 1-1 in the game, but the center back failing to find the back of the net.
The defenders are now striving just to put Hearts of Oak back into the game. Nothing is just working. They have a lot of work to do, especially against Masoudi Nusa, the 31-year goalkeeper for the home side. 14 clean sheets for him.
Raymond Ajiman to Sam Adams. Free kick. Mauli Wayo, the victim here.
Mauli Wayo with 5 goals this season. He scored twice against Accra Lions. He got a goal against Heart of Lions. He scored against Midiama and he added vision.
Yellow card have been shown to Raymond Ajiman of Aduana Stars.
Proud to this game, Aduana Stars played 12 home games. They've won 5, they drew 4, they lost 3. 13 goals scored at home. Proud to this game, they considered 10. Looking at Hearts of Oak, 13 away games. Proud to this one, they won 4, they drew 6, they lost 3. 10 goals scored, they considered 9.
Well, here comes Hussein Muhammad. Leaving Josata pulls Hussein back. Free kick for Hearts of Oak.
against skillful players like Hussein Mohammed, you need the extra IQ to mark them out. The perfect dummy he was, trying to find his way through. Just watch it closely.
Abubakar Ouattara about to alter his players on the pitch. David Opuafrani ready to come on for Hatsafok. Yaya Draman with a free kick. Hatsafok failed to connect with the head on the chase. Is Kevin Osiasibe. Good work putting that cross. Masaudu Inusa. Very good catch from the goalkeeper.
One thing that has helped me Aduana Stars in attack is the fact that both fullbacks are adding a lot of attacking vibes. Talk about Gojan Mwakun, former of Ash Gold Mediama, and also Leventus attack.
David Opuafrani coming on for Chief Loss Colusin. Chief Loss Colusin have not been the man we know this afternoon for Hatsafok. So that warranted the substitute.
I think injuries can also affect a lot of players. He started the season very well. He was the main man even when Ouattara was playing the 4-1-4-1. There's no pivot, but yet to show that vibe after coming back from that setback, because it wasn't that game against Basake away. Upon returning, Collison hasn't been the one we used to know.
The run of Setosei been flagged off as offside. Setosei, formerly of Techiman 11 Wonders, Ashanti Gold. Bechem United and Al Mahatma in Egypt. He helped Al Mahatma to gain the qualification to the Egyptian Premier League. He's back here in Ghana and in the colors of the Phobia Boys.
Folk in the last 5 away games, they drew 4 and they lost 1. It was goalless against Samatex, goalless against Basakoli Stars, they lost by a goal against Bechem United, Kaikete Siko Fitumpo, 1-1 against Bendigo Stars, and 1-1 against Vision. So back to back, 1-1 in the last 2 away games. Can they restore parity to give them that perfect run in 3 games?
Here comes Aduana Stars with Summer Arms. Emmanuel Mafo. What a chance for Emmanuel Mafo. Aduana Stars tormenting Hatsafok. They've allowed Hatsafok to come back in this game. Here comes Kevin Obey. Kevin Osiasibe with a defensive work. Aduana Stars not happy with the decision. Chioba Aristika and his assistant thought this should have been a penalty.
That was dicey from Hasselhoff back line. Calvin Abi finding himself in dangerous zones, and that was very good ball in for Emmanuel Mafu to connect.
Having disagreements with assistant referee. Compact, Chuba Ristika making substitution. Henson Amponsa coming on for the goal scorer Sam Adams. It has been good football from Sam Adams. The difference in the game today with a left-footed strike. Beautiful goal. He's been substituted. This was the goal from Sam Adams.